Okay, so this is getting a little ridiculous now. I wanted to do a little, well, I guess this is a bit of a rant video. I don't know what the other purpose is other than to sort of update everybody on a topic that's kind of, I guess it's been a hot topic for a long time. It keeps creeping up. Guys like lately, Rick Beato, Leland Sklar, amazing bass player, have been having issues. I've had my own issues, and I did a live stream a while back about changes coming to my YouTube channel because of the copyright policies that are in effect on YouTube, right? I took down many videos off of my channel, as a lot of you probably have noticed. Anything that had to do with any cover songs, I've removed. I had a copyright strike put against my account that if I get 2 more of those, my entire YouTube account gets deleted and I get banned, and no ability to really, or no recourse to really fight it. And I get it. Like I said before in my live stream, is that if you use other people's music, yeah, there is copyright issues to deal with, but YouTube is collecting money and giving it to the rightful copyright owners. Having said that, I totally get it, and I don't feel in any way entitled to use somebody else's music for free, or if I'm not supposed to. It's the punishment that goes along with it that sometimes seems a little over the top. If somebody said to me, look, we don't want you using that song, I'd say, hey, no problem. I would take the video down, issue solved, right? And I'm also happy to even have them earn the money off of it. But this has gone to a new level of craziness now. I did a video yesterday on my YouTube channel. I actually did it earlier in the week, but I went to release it yesterday. I uploaded it to YouTube, and I always upload unlisted, okay, so that I can see what the potential copyright problems could be. I haven't had any problems like that simply because I've been writing my own music now and not, using anybody else's music. So I upload, it's up on my YouTube channel, it's monetized, and everything is great. So I did a video yesterday showing a request that I've had a lot to do, is to show how I compose music and how I do the backing tracks for the demos that I do. And I thought I'm going to do a video using 2 of the best tools I use a lot from one of my favorite companies, TuneTrack, and that is their Superior Drummer 3 and their newly released Easy Bass software. And I thought I'm going to show everybody how I can use this and how they can use it in a similar fashion and get a good workflow going to create backing tracks. So I wrote a guitar riff, completely original. That was not the problem. I didn't come close to anybody else's guitar riff. I loaded that in. I was just showing how you could use some of the tools. So in Superior Drummer, we have the ability to have a MIDI library of drum grooves, right? Now, I am not a copyright lawyer. I do try to understand the law as much as I possibly can. And from my understanding, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, a drum rhythm or drum groove is not something that is copyrightable. Nobody can own that. Lyrics, yes. Melody, yes. Melody in conjunction with a chord progression, yes. But a chord progression itself apparently is also not copyrightable from my understanding, but definitely not a drum groove. So shock of shocks, I get through this video with all original music, but I did have a point where I just pulled some drum grooves from my MIDI library that I get from Superior Drummer, and just to show how easy it is to kind of drag these grooves down to the timeline so that you could edit them and customize them, or just use them as they are. And I just randomly pulled a drum groove down to my timeline, didn't know anything about it, pressed play, played through it, and it really wasn't anything that was too identifiable. It was a very generic, what I thought generic type of drum groove. Anyways, here is the screenshot, a screen capture or screenshot of what I got when I uploaded it. Anybody who uploads to YouTube might recognize this type of thing. So copyright summary status, there are some visibility restrictions on your video. Yeah, restrictions is an understatement. Channel impact not affected, so they weren't going to give me a copyright strike for this because the simple reason is that it was blocked. Nobody was going to be able to watch this. No one can view this video due to one or more of the content ID claims below. monetization ineligible. This video is not going on YouTube, people. Thank you very much. Nobody's going to be able to see it. So I did a lot of work on this. As you can see, it's a 46-minute video, very in depth of how I work. And I was like, what is going on? This is all original music. If we go further, the content identified in your video is listed below, along with the details and actions. It's a Spanish title. I will not even try to butcher the Spanish, but it's by an artist named Alejandro Sanz. Video cannot be monetized. Blocked in all territories, copyright owners, WMG, ad share, MG for a third party on behalf of, chosen few Emerald Entertainment, content found during 10 minutes and 26 seconds to 10 minutes and 40 seconds. 14 seconds of drums. Got my video blocked. I mean, I literally looked at this going, what? This was about 10 minutes before I was going to release the video. Now, I went back, I chopped that part out, went back to Premiere Pro, which is the new program I'm using now to edit my videos. I simply did a little ripple edit, chopped that out, which made the video kind of not flow the same way because I was showing something at that part, but whatever, it wasn't that big a deal. I chopped out like 15 or 16 seconds, just a couple, second or two on either side, just to make sure there was no problem. I re-exported the track, I re-uploaded it, and problem solved. I don't even know what to say anymore because now I'm sitting here going, okay, what is going to trigger these copyright claims or the potential of blocking a video? Or what if that wasn't caught right away, but I put it up, maybe it got a lot of good views, maybe people really enjoyed that video, and then I get a copyright strike later because WMG or whoever the company is who is going to be in charge of copyright for this, issues a takedown notice for me and I get a copyright strike on my account. Like, this is insane. This has got to the point of complete absurdity. Now, just to show you, I obviously can't even play for you the drum groove because, again, this video will get taken down. That's how crazy this is. So let's go over here. I'm going to pull up Steinberg's Dorico, which is one of my favorite transcription programs. And what I did is, instead of playing the drum beat, I'm going to show you what it is in sheet music, because that way they can't give me any copyright problems. Here is the drum groove. So anybody who understands how to read music, you'll be able to tell what's going on here. Here's our hi-hats on the X here. A straight eighth note pattern on the hi-hat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? Kick drum on beat 1, snare drum on beat 2. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Kick and snare like that with the eighth notes on the hi-hat. Could that possibly be a more generic used drum beat? Okay, then a slight syncopation on the kick drum on and of beat 4. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, another kick drum on beat 2 of the next measure, and then a snare on 3. So you have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. While your eighth notes go. That drum groove has probably been used in thousands of songs, if not more, throughout the history of time. But apparently now Alejandro Sanz and his publishing company own it. And you and I cannot put that on YouTube, or we will lose our monetization, open ourselves up to a copyright strike, or have our video blocked. Whatever punishment it might be, that's what we're dealing with. So I don't know what to say anymore. This one shocked me. And the funny thing is, I could have disputed it, but here's the problem. I wanted to put that video up in the next, once I recognize it, that video was going up in 30 minutes. I needed to get that ready to go. I don't have time to put a dispute in and hope it gets released and this and that and the other. Maybe I would have won. If you don't win, you're now threatened with a copyright strike again. So this is just madness, and it really puts a YouTube content creator with music on edge. What is going to be considered somebody else's copyright? Now, I went and listened to the original song. Now, the thing about this, I think, is because the song starts with no other instrumentation other than that drum groove, exactly what I have transcribed here, with some, some Latin percussion behind it, some congas maybe, or I can't really remember, I gave it a quick listen, that is automatically claimed as a major part of that song. You gotta remember, there's no chord progressions or melody here. I literally played the drum groove through a different drum kit sound, completely different drum sounds, but it still was triggered by the YouTube filter or content ID system. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say now. So now not only do we have to be careful with melody, lyrics, but now even drum grooves, which, like I said, I was never under any impression were even copyrightable. So I don't know. Okay, fine. I was able to take an extra, 30, 40 minutes out of my time, edit that video out, re-export it, re-upload it, and kind of a waste of time as far as I'm concerned for something that never should have happened in the first place. But anyways, like I said, this was just a bit of a rant thing, but also to kind of just as an eye-opener to other folks who are doing this. I don't know what to tell you anymore on what to expect as far as, I like to understand how these things work so I can at least then go, okay, I want to be in compliance. I'm really trying here, folks. I want to be in compliance with it. I don't want to feel like I have the right to use somebody else's music, or I don't want to step on any toes. I want people that are entitled to earn money off of something to have that money. I don't feel like I'm entitled to it. I really want to comply, but this is getting to the point where complying with it is almost impossible. It's almost like we don't even know what the rules are anymore, and it's this constant moving target, or moving of the goalposts, as it were, so that we don't even know what is going to be in compliance and not. And the worst part about it is you can put something up that doesn't get caught right away, that gets caught much later, and then there's a punishment attached to it. With this here, I could not get a copyright strike because it was never published publicly, so no one would have ever seen it to issue a takedown notice. But let's say it slipped through the cracks, and then later on, and it's probably very unlikely that that publishing company, they know, I would assume they know the law, and they are going to come and say, look, we can't have that taken down because of a drum beat. But you just never know, right? If the system puts it up there and recognizes it, that, all bets are off at that point. So this is becoming a very difficult thing to navigate and very frustrating. So I don't know. I just thought I would make everybody aware of that so you could watch out for yourselves, anybody else who's putting content out. And also understand, maybe sometimes if you see what seem like bizarro little edits in my videos, it's because I literally had to go chop out a section that was meant to be in there, and it kind of messes up the flow of the video. Anyways, disaster averted here. Disaster, we'll call it. Maybe I'm being over dramatic with that. But it is up. I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I just wanted to keep you guys, up to date on what's happening in the world of YouTube copyright. And anyways, so there's my rant for the day. Now we know a little bit more about how this works, or maybe we don't. Maybe we're even more confused now. Anyways, thanks so much for your time, guys. I hope that was mildly entertaining and enjoyable, but it is what it is, and it's what's going on. So we'll just have to keep that in mind. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I will be back soon with some more content, and ciao for now.